Here this Thursday afternoon, I'm meteorologist Claire Fry here with a weather impact alert that officially has started here just in the last couple of seconds. It is continuing tonight all the way until 8 o'clock due to the threat of scattered showers and thunderstorms becoming strong to severe. The main threats within these storms are going to be the high wind gusts that are capable of getting up to around 60 miles per hour and even some large hail up to around 1 inch that we're already seeing in western portions of our counties. What I need you to do, make sure you are staying weather alert. You keep your WFMY app handy and ready to go, and make sure you have notifications on and multiple ways to receive warnings heading into the next couple of hours. And speaking of warnings here, I have my computer here with me, so just so I can kind of show you what we're looking at right now on the satellite and radar. You can see with these yellow boxes, those are already new severe thunderstorm warnings moving into our area in the next couple of hours. This is all due to a front slowly approaching us from the west that's kind of ushering in this moisture with these storms able to form because we have that front that kind of lifts up these storms, and then we have the heat and we also have the humidity with that moisture kind of moving into the area. So let's zoom in on these severe thunderstorm warnings. As of right now, this one is until 2:15 right here. This accounts for Allegheny County, Surry, Wilkes, and Yadkin with wind speeds possibly up to around 60 miles per hour. Hail in diameter up to around 1 inch or so, and this is going to continue to move east at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. If this holds together, we will see more warnings for our area by the time it heads into Forsyth and also in Rockingham and also toward Guilford County within the next couple of hours as well. Kind of zooming in on this just a little bit, you can see with this whole line, there are all these severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's kind of what you can expect when you do see a cold front start to approach the area. You can see the higher reflectivity here in the little pockets of red, and you can even see a little bit of purple in those pockets of reflectivity as well, which oftentimes indicates that there is hail falling on the ground. So kind of zooming out just a little bit to show you the full extensive how these storms are kind of moving through the area. This is all in association with that front slowly pushing into the area, also impacting portions of our area right here, very southernmost Virginia, right in Patrick County, with wind speeds up to around 70 miles per hour. Oftentimes with these storms, we're able to see mixing all the way down to the surface, and when we have that, that's when we can really see those damaging wind gusts across the area. So what I need you to do is go ahead and make sure you have outdoor loose items secured, of course, and you're keeping an eye to the sky for these next couple of hours. This is just for westernmost counties right now. You know, this is just for Wilkes, this is for Yadkin, this is for Allegheny, but it is going to close in on our area just in the next couple of hours, and we're going to have to really keep an eye on this just for the next several hours through around 8 o'clock tonight, and that will be when our weather impact alert concludes. Hail tracking that we've seen so far in this storm, we've seen hail up to around ½ an inch so far, and of course this is all radar indicated. We could see hail up to around 1 inch in some of these severe thunderstorms, maybe even higher than that, and that's really going to be one of the highest threats that we have in this storm. It's not only going to be the gusty winds, the locally heavy rain, but also the big hail that is coming down in these storms. So keep that in mind heading into the night tonight. Maybe park in the garage if you can. Here's that severe storm risk for the day today. Storm Prediction Center has outlined us under a level 2, and what this means in comparison to level 1 that you can see down just to our south, or even level 3 that's out here to our northeast, means that scattered severe thunderstorms are going to be possible heading into this afternoon and evening, versus a level 1 out of 5 here just to our south. That's more isolated in nature. So this means that there's going to be more widespread severe thunderstorm warnings that we're already seeing in portions of the western Piedmont. Kind of moving into the area just toward up here in the northeast, a level 3 out of 5. That means that numerous widespread severe storms are going to be possible, along with that tornado threat. Very little of a threat for us today, those tornadoes. It really is just going to be the damaging winds and also the hail across the area. But you know what? Still under a level 1 out of 5 with this flash flooding risk across the region. We can see as these storms roll in, they're going to be locally heavy across the area. And I'm not sure what just happened here. I think we're having some technical difficulties. Brad, I'm pretty sure my computer just went into an update. So we'll have to possibly reconclude this, or possibly I can hop on Max 1 and or Max 2, excuse me, and jump over to my computer. So bear with me. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, one of the biggest threats is going to be those damaging winds, and also continuing to see the heavy rainfall across the area, and even the hail with some of these thunderstorms. I'm currently logging into my account here on one of our other computers here, since the other one decided to do a little reboot on us. That's all right though. While it loads, we'll continue to talk about those storms. They're rolling in from our west. They're rolling in pretty quickly, also up to around 30 miles per hour. So we're gonna have to continue to keep an eye on these over the next several hours. This weather impact alert does continue through 8 o'clock into the night tonight. Starts right here at around 2 o'clock, continues through 8 p.m. I really think that the majority of these are going to be out of our hair by around 8 o'clock into the night tonight, really by around 6 or 7 o'clock into the evening. And now that I do have this pulled up here, we'll get right back to where I was. So there is some hail in some of these storms. Of course, we do have that severe level threat, a level 2 out of 5. Again, not very often for our area, which, you know, we are taking this very seriously, and not only with the hail and also the damaging winds, but we could even see a little bit of a risk for flash flooding in our area. A level 1, that's out of 4 for our region. This just means with locally heavier rain, you're going to have to be very careful while you are out on the roads. That means watching out for the ponding. It really doesn't take much to hydroplane. And here's that hail risk for the region of 5%. I did want to note that it does cover all of the Triad here, including westernmost counties across the region. And we are seeing that hail risk already kind of enter the area with these severe thunderstorms, that as well as a damaging wind risk. This is actually a level 2, 15%. So slight risk for our area. That's a little bit higher actually than the hail risk that I just showed you. The good news is that our tornado risk is low for the night tonight. We are going to be seeing more severe thunderstorm warnings, but really the ingredients for tornadoes is going to continue to stay to our north as well as to our east by the time we're into the night tonight. Water vapor map, this is very interesting just to kind of show you the actual front approach the area, right? We do have these little storms popping up. You can see they're going from white all the way to blue. We're kind of popping up like bubbles, right? Well, just toward our west, you can see the front itself right here starting to push into the area. And when this slides through, that's when we're really going to have to keep keeping an eye on the radar with that front. Not only is it bringing the, actual frontal mainstream line pushing through the area, but it's also including this dry air right behind it that you can see pretty vividly right there on the radar. So I wanted to take one more look here at the satellite and radars. We continue to kind of track these warnings. Here is that front slowly starting to approach us from the west with several severe thunderstorm warnings for westernmost portions of the Piedmont. And there are already, lots and lots of lightning reports across the area, and we're seeing plenty of reports of hail across the region as well. Again, tornado threat for our area is very low. It really is going to be the hail and damaging winds for the area. Like right over here toward Mount Airy, I'm seeing some of the highest reflectivity. And where you see right here this kind of little bit of red, darkish, that turns kind of more toward purple, that's where you see the hail kind of come into the equation. And again, this severe thunderstorm warning is for Carroll, Patrick, and Surrey counties. So I just want to kind of look at the hail track on this storm. Yep, plenty of hail that we're seeing right here. Those little dark gray spots on the map, as you can see right here, are showing up to around 1 inch or so of hail as this storm kind of continues to kind of push through the area. Remember, it is pushing east at around 30 miles per hour. It is going to impact us eventually across the area. I did want to show you this one more thing before we get to the 7-day rainfall yesterday. We had up to around 3/4 of an inch. Some places up north saw even more. Not much so far for the day today. We really are expecting most of these storms to kind of be moved through by around 6 or 7 o'clock into the night tonight. You can see by around 7, most of those storms have continued to kind of progress toward our east. By around 8 o'clock, that's when we really start to clear out across the area. And the good news is behind this system, we're actually going to be seeing drier conditions. We're actually going to be very hot as well, hot and humid, but without the cooling showers and storms or really the thunderstorm risk. So I'm going to take this graphic full so you can kind of take all of this in here. The next couple of days, we're going to be upper 80s, right at around 90 degrees for Friday and Saturday, mainly dry conditions, but boy, is it hot. Remember tomorrow is the first day officially of summertime, and it feels like it. Heading into Sunday and Monday, we're back in the low to mid 90s, but heat indices will be in the triple digits heading into next week. We've got more updates on WFMY Plus coming up in just a couple of hours.